Turn my headphones up. All right.
Damn, Jay,
It's 8:15 with the Trap Queen. 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 You know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes. What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Loves Trap Content. We lost the real one this episode, you guys. We lost the real one. So I'm going to need you guys to help me keep it together. Even though I'm about, 6 years, late, okay? But when it comes to God, he's always on time. And we will properly lay one of my favorite characters in the Power Universe to rest. Later on in the show, you guys, God, I think my tear ducts have dried, so I think I could take these shades off for now, y'all. Oh, this episode was a lot, okay? A lot went on. Let me get it together, guys. Oh, I hope you guys are having a blessed day, by the way, okay? It's Hump Day. This is Bible study, okay? And we are studying Power. Book 1, I would say, okay, the original Power, season 4, episode 6. A lot had happened, okay, y'all? But before we get too deep into it, please do your girl a favor. Make sure you're doing all the things. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, share me, okay? I'm shareable. It's enough for me to love, all right, okay? And yeah, let's get down in the live chat, have fun, and let's get down in the comment section if you guys are watching the replay, okay? Let me Suze up in here. Okay, we got to Marcus, Support Gaming, La DV, Arnold Cameron, Daria, Tamika's Den, sorry. Thank y'all for coming through for your girl. I have a special guest here to discuss these interesting and troubling matters that occurred in this episode. Just let me know whenever you're ready, boo, and I'll bring you on. But until then, we gonna get into it, guys, okay? Okay, get it together, girl. All right. So, all right, y'all. You know what? This is the play mouse. The play mouse is playing with me. So give me a second while I get the real mouse, because they be playing with me. Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all, sorry. I got to pay Best Buy a nice little trip because this mouse is doing too much. And I don't like switching between my work laptop and my personal laptop. That's just too ghetto. I mean, I know we in a trap, but yeah, that ain't cute. That ain't cute. Special guest, just let me know. Give me the thumbs up whenever you're ready. But y'all, I'm back. Okay.
Why I thought I was on the screen and I was talking to the chat.
Oh, you was talking to the
chat? Because when you went to look for the mouse, I was like holding it down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I was backstage holding it down.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Well, y'all know Muchella. Okay, she up.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, and then have my other road dog up in here to discuss his grandson and the lives he's ruining. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Brillo?
You don't want to talk about his daughter.
You cannot blame a child for the mistakes of a father. There were so many red flags.
You not going to talk about your daughter, though?
So many red flags.
All right, I see what energy we coming up with.
He just bypassed the whole thing like I ain't even say nothing. Like he don't want to talk about it.
I still have not got the test results back.
I cannot. I'm done. I am done.
It's either your grandson or not. So if she ain't your daughter, he ain't your grandson.
Anywho, okay.
Let's moving on.
All right, so this is Bible study, but I got church announcements, okay? Please come back to the Trap tomorrow at 8:05 for the, preview, little sneak peek of the Pretty Thorough podcast featuring myself and Brillo, the Big Review. This is a cute little something for y'all, okay? but please come and support. All right. Now that we got the church announcements out the way, we got to discuss pretty much how the episode began, because there's really 3 major parts that I want to talk about. But, you know, this episode, Ghost wakes up like a free man, okay? And not like Diamond, how he was on the flow, okay? He was so institutionalized, but I would say he's been there for some years, okay? Ghost in the bed, all right? And he was feeling away that Tasha, Brillo's daughter, wasn't in the bed with him. I'm like, Ghost be having audacity sometimes. Like, I mean, he probably was.
That's exactly why I'm estranged from my daughter, to say the least.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I always talk about the weekend bird that I am, because I'm a bird on the weekends. I would have had, a little welcome home, a little welcome home situation. I don't know now. I don't know. You probably had a lot of stress. He had a lot of stress. That's just the bird in me, okay? The classy lady that I am on Monday through Friday would never, okay? So he goes into the kitchen, gets dressed, put on his suit, because, that orange, he wasn't feeling it no more, okay? Mm-hmm. So he was like, well, long story short, he was a little upset because the kids were out. And Tasha was like, well, they've been through a lot. But I want to ask y'all, like, was Tasha kind of trifling? I didn't like the fact that the kids wasn't home to properly greet Ghost. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Brillo, what do you think? Like, do you think she was being petty, or, like, is it not a big deal?
Of course she being petty. Like, what was the point of that? Like, she was probably, I don't know. Is she even happy that he's home? It don't seem like it.
Yeah, like, even when they got the news in the court last episode, she seemed like, I guess she was a little shocked, but yeah, she went, I don't know. I think she was feeling a little taste of freedom. I don't know. Moochie, how do you feel about the kids not being home? Because Gary, he got out at night, but they could have greeted him in the morning. She could have picked them kids up, even especially if she went, throwing that thing in a circle. Like, what was the point? Moochie, how do you feel about the kids?
You know how I feel about this? I felt like at least Raina and Yaz should have been home. Tariq, we already know what's going on with that situation. So that was kind of like, she thinks he's somewhere else or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I figured the girls would have been there, especially Raina.
Like, dang,
Tasha sent them all over to Big Mama. I mean, was y'all gonna get it in? Like what was the?
It's just her being petty. Like, why? It makes no sense. It's just her, because he know the only thing that man wanted to do was see his kids. He done been locked up. But nah, her being petty and thinking about other things other than what's important. Why else would you do that? Just being disgusting. The man want to see his kids. He done been locked up, facing the damn lethal injection. And he comes home and his kids is at Big Mama's house. She's a goofy.
She was over there drunk, tasting that box. Though she had the good liquor then, because Ghost had to hook up on the liquor from Truth. And then, Tasha, she normally be cooking. She ain't no food. She offered him some coffee, but I'm like, come on now. He just had the jail food. Come, we already know how that go. I don't know. Maybe me just being part bird.
Yeah, I know they on the outs, but like, that ain't your friend at the end of the day.
She did mention what she said. Like, he's saying he want to start over. She said, telling him that girl blew her whole career up for you. So, like, I don't see this ending with y'all two.
Yeah, that's facts.
Okay, our relationship is over, Tasha. But damn.
Moochie, any part of you is bird enough to be like, okay, Ghost, we can see, or you like, at this point, you done? Would you be done? I know, right?
The way he did it, she wants to be done, but does she have an out yet?
Yeah,
she doesn't have an out yet. So it's like she want to just be cordial right now, and play nice because they know people still watching.
Yeah, and you know what didn't help? Ghost had the audacity, the nerve to say, "I wish Angie wouldn't have walked in that club that night." I said, "Fool, what?" Tasha looked at him like, "Did you see?"
Like, what the hell are you saying? Like, you bringing this up now? That's what made her basically.
I wish you wouldn't have walked out that club that night, you goofy.
I would have wish you would have just kept it in your pants. How about that?
I wish Tasha wouldn't have walked out the club. That's what he should have said.
It's a mess, y'all. It's a mess. And then, you know, they at the house figuring it out. And I'm like, dang, Tasha, it could be, you know, it's ghost. I'm just saying. But that's, you know, that's the bird of me. Anywho, Kanan out there roaming the streets. But he's over there because Ghost went to Truth, of course. It's thick up there, okay? All the not the police, but all the reporters is there, and you know that's his kind of way in to get Ghost. But Simon Stern low key saved Ghost's life because he came in right after the reporters left, thereby delaying Kanan to approach Ghost because you know we need to get the money, all right? But I'm sorry, Teresi calls Ghost talking about, oh, you should have gave Tommy the phone by now. Teresi, it's been like what 8 to 12 hours. Like, was he pressing a little too much Moochie? Like, was he like doing too much? Like, do you think?
Yes, go cool your jets, man. Cool your jets, yo. You like or like I have your club now. You know how he be talking. Let's just have Chinese food. You like the people and you like the food.
My God.
Yeah, was Teresi pressing too hard?
Yeah, I think Teresi.
Oh yeah, he didn't even get home good yet. Come on, he just took a shower. Hey, listen, you get the phone to Tommy yet?
Teresi was not pressing too hard. I don't got time to wait for you, James. You in prison because you want to be out here doing what you did. You know, man, come on, man. You out because of me. Give my son the phone. Hunk. I'm pressing you. Give my son the phone. I don't got time to waste. You might got free time right now. I don't. My wife's sick. I need this bread. Give him the phone. That should have been the first thing you did.
He didn't mention that though.
Yeah,
I'm coming from Teresi's angle. You ain't got time to wait on this.
Oh yeah, well that's why he's so pressed. Now we know. We find out why eventually. You're right.
But I don't know. All I think about is Jody. Let me see my son. Like he just giving me like Teresi, calm down. Like I just feel like, come on, I'm like literally on the news for killing the whole Fed. I can't be seen with your drug dealer son right now. Calm down. But anywho, Ghost learns that Tasha made a deal with Simon Stern, okay? And you know, Ghost, you should have saw his face when he walked into Truth, like he was like home, like he would sleep at Truth if he needed to, like he loved his club. And he finds out, you know, that Tasha made a deal, you know, Teresi, Lord Stern, like is that how you speak to one of your creditors? So I'm like, Stern, shut up. He's cracking me up. But how do y'all feel about Tasha accepting money from Stern, even though she knew Ghost would be out in a couple hours? Like that
was just dumb.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
That was dumb.
Go
ahead, Brillo. Tell him how dumb it was.
She's just doing more dumb stuff, and she's not standing on her own as a woman. It's like, what the what are you doing? Like this is when I call all the people that, you know, fans of Tasha, like, why? She making bonehead blunder after blunder.
Like I could see if he had like a couple more years, 5 years, but you know, Terry just told you Ghost will be out within a couple hours. Yes, you need a floater, but I would have waited. Like I understand Ghost probably got a lot of mental things.
Trying to make stuff tough for him. That's all.
I don't understand why she got a floater from him when she could have went to Tommy.
Yeah.
They could have just paid stuff off that way. They had a business together.
She hates James St. Patrick. That's why.
Okay.
Look how she moving. She hate him.
Hey, Samara. Yeah, I just feel like it was idiotic. At least wait till you get home, because you know at the end of the day he's going to have to work to get out of the deal. You weren't going to do nothing, Tasha. Like, why you making more work? Like, I don't understand. Like, I guess they froze their accounts, but that doesn't mean that they was broke.
They was not. They was not about to get evicted. They didn't have no notices. She just seen some new Louis Vuitton came out, the new season, and she said, "Ain't no way, I'm not going to buy."
Yeah, that was just perplexing to me, but Go off, Tasha. Okay, let's move on. Jukebox is pressing the hell out of Kanan. You know, she want that bread real fast, and she ain't playing. She got Tariq over there in Queens and some abandoned mansion. I was like, was that Raquel Thomas's abandoned?
That's what it looked like. Remember I brought this up when we talked about Raising Kanan? Oh, was this their house?
Oh, I didn't know y'all talking
about. This is the
them.
house I was talking about.
I was like, I know I'm probably reaching, but I was like, that'll be cute.
No, they ain't had that much.
People was like, nah, that ain't her house. So I just left it alone. I know it's not, but
like, could they tie it in some type of way? I'm sorry, I'm just missing Raising Kanan. Just let me be, y'all, okay, in the chat. But she was like, I'm waiting. And he was like, well, Ghost, he got a lot of heat on him right now. We're going to have to pump the brakes just a little bit. She was like, I'm ready to put a bullet in Tariq's head. I'm like, dang, Jukebox, like, I don't know. I've never been in a situation where somebody set up my cousin to go to prison for 10 years, but to kill the person responsible and their son, like, I don't know. Like, is Jukebox overreacting, Moochie and Brillo? Like,
Jukebox, I don't like her. And I know it's surprising for y'all.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like, no, it's the Jukebox from Raising Kanan, and then this is just such a disconnect. It's like, dog, what is going on? They gonna give us 14 seasons of Raising Kanan. Because at the pace this Laverne is going, like, I don't. This is irritating me. It's not adding up. It's not cohesive at all. She's supposed to be way tougher than she is right now in the other show. But as far as this Jukebox, of course, she pressing Kanan, pressing everybody. And I mean, yeah, killing Tariq, like what seemed like she just wants to kill Tariq. She want to kill him because Kanan like him. She just being evil. Tariq didn't do nothing to Jukebox. He ain't set, you know what I'm saying? He innocent, so to speak. You just want to kill an innocent kid? How can I rock with that? Even though it's Tariq, but come on.
Yeah. Like, is it any weird, twisted way that she felt a little of a way about Sean and feel like it's some weird payback? But even though, I mean, during the time at the scene, she didn't seem like, she was too upset. But I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out the mentality of this chick right now.
I feel
jealous of Tariq.
She couldn't stand Ghost.
She couldn't stand Ghost.
She couldn't stand Ghost.
Of Tariq's life, because when he told her he had an elevator, you got to. What I'm saying, she just want to kill him for nothing.
My eyes is bright like elevator. Oh, excuse me. But yeah. So long story short, Jukebox crazy. Okay, and Brillo is tired of her not being crazy and Raising Kanan. And we need to speed that up on Brillo's behalf, okay?
Yes. I hope we see something different this year. This is supposed to come on in July, so hopefully we gonna see this Jukebox emerge from Laverne, because we gonna see Laverne turn into Jukebox.
Hold on, you can't just gloss over that. Where you hear that from?
What?
You heard it's supposed to come out in July?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going by how it came out last season.
Yeah,
it came out last season in July. Hey, what? So. But you got to look at the writer's strike and all this other nonsense going on. So
I like DeMarcus comment, please.
I'm not highlighting. I'm sorry, DeMarcus. Love you. And I don't want
what?
Don't want any spoilers. I don't know what happens in episode 9.
Please don't mention this. Book 2 tonight, please.
Please.
Can we do that? Can we just have one live with it? We don't mention Breeze, Power Book 2, Ghost.
You already did, Moochie. She aggravated. Yeah, I'm over. You know who too. Oh Lord. So I said Tama. Tasha and Keisha over there having lunch. And Keisha looks so tired. She got bags under her eyes. She's like, Tasha, I just want my life to be back to normal. I'm tired of this drug BS. Like, what's gonna happen? And she was like, we just gonna need to be, having that front just a little more. Like, it's okay, girl. I'm like, Moochie, would you fight your friend? Like, I feel like you would fist fight your friend if she got you in all this BS. Am I correct?
Look, they don't put a lock on my shop. And y'all, they going through all my stuff now because you wanted to come here and do this stuff here. Come on, you gotta let this in, girl. Because you put my life in shambles right now.
I got a whole kid, okay?
Like, I got the cash. I got to worry about cash.
You over here want to sell drugs. Come on, child. You're doing too much. But, Jukebox is over there with Tariq, and she's, texting Tasha because Tasha is allowing Tariq to stay out another night. I'm like, all right, go off, okay? But Keisha, sorry, Brillo. Would you have anything to say about your daughter and her friendships?
Before that, do y'all see what's happening though?
What?
With the guidance of their child, their son. You see why things are how they are. But as far as Tasha, you see she's just being selfish again. She don't care. She knew Keisha wasn't built. She should have never put her in that. She ultimately knew how it was going to end, but she once again wanted to step on Keisha's shoulders from her sheer hard work. Keisha done opened up her little shop, doing her thing. Tasha, what she got? Nothing.
Dang,
she got nothing.
Damn.
Nothing of her own. She has accomplished nothing as a woman.
I won't say that.
You think she's accomplished nothing as a woman?
Not her. I mean, not for herself. What?
I disagree.
Children,
you're right in me. I've been wrong before. I'm just speaking off of what
I always had a problem with how they depicted this character the last season.
What has she done though? Like,
right after
she taught Lakeisha how to do those books because they didn't know how to do. She didn't know how to do all of that.
How is she making money? I shouldn't say she accomplished nothing as a woman because, I mean. Okay, that was a little too far. I don't know nothing about
all the
how is she making money if Ghost was still locked up, or how would she make money? Keisha got a shop. She could do her thing. Tasha, she just basically ruined that. That's all I'm saying. She don't have nothing. Keisha do. She messed it up for her. She knew Keisha wasn't built like that. She green.
She was all right with taking them clothes and rubbing it in Tasha's face and going to all these stores, spending all of the D money. She was all right with that.
Nobody saying
you can't. You can't be like you can't. If you in it, you in it. So she already volunteered. Well, not volunteered. She wanted to be like. She wanted to accept that position. So she in it.
Exactly. Moochie, I get it. But if I got friends that I know are, dumb. My dudes though, I'm not gonna take advantage of them because I got love for them. I got friends that'll crash out for me. You know what I'm saying? That love me. That'll put their life on the line for me. I'm not gonna have them do nothing stupid though, because I got love for them. She don't got that love for Keisha.
Dang. I think she did because she warned her about Tommy. And she tried to discourage Tommy from talking to her because she told Tommy she's not built for this life. She gave him a warning.
He got her into life, and Tommy didn't do nothing but try to marry the woman. He didn't do nothing but spoil her. Damn, Tommy, how dare you? He didn't do nothing but spoil that woman. What else? What did he do?
I give it to you, but he showed her the lavish style when she was ready to jump in and stand by her man.
She didn't want Keisha to come up and be elevated over her because she knew Tommy was gonna throw the bag at her.
I agree with you. I agree with you
and she knew Keisha was gonna have her own Birkins. What Tommy gonna spend the money on besides his boo? That's what we do it for.
You gonna spend the money on cash?
He got an old school car. He got a nice little crib. What are you gonna spend his money on besides his boo? She know that.
Mm-hmm.
She know Ghost is changing. Tommy is not gonna do nothing but double down on the hustling, and she infatuated with hustlers. It's all because I took her to the dice game when she was in 3rd grade.
You know what? See, this is where we went wrong, then, Mr. Brewer. You want to take your dice games and show her how the life is, and she got intrigued.
No, man, there you have it. Blame Brillo.
Blame Brillo.
That's
we know you was locked up when all of this was going on.
Definitely.
All right, guys. I didn't mean to spend too much time on this, but y'all was having a cute little debate, so I was here for it. But y'all, there's 3 major like things and storylines going on. So let's talk about Tommy in Chicago. Okay, Tommy was summoned to Chicago, and we meet Jason Mitchell. Okay, he's pretty much the plug, and he tells him, one, I don't want Ghost to be a part of this organization anymore. The block is too hot. Okay, shout out to Lil Wayne. And I want you to run both coasts. I want you to go to California, meet our little associates there. I want you to be running the game. So low-key giving Tommy a promotion, but I halfway didn't believe it. I think it was all a ploy. Y'all can let me know your thoughts. But let me know, how do y'all feel about Jason just overall, like as a character? Do y'all remember him much, or was it kind of like a little blur? Brillo, how do you feel about Jason's
one of the best, most solid plugs. He probably was the most rational. I would give him second tier. If I was picking one, I would probably pick him, but like ability, I would go with Lobos. But yeah, I love Jason's character, definitely. And I don't think he was blowing smoke up Tommy's you know what. I think he sees that Tommy is an asset. And he know Tommy could run the coast because Tommy is Tommy. He got charisma. People not gonna cross him. He can incite fear, and he a hustler. So I think he already knew what time it was with Tommy.
Yeah, it's just the events that happened later in the episode made me feel like he couldn't trust Tommy. So that's why I was kind of like, I don't know. But Moochie, how do you feel about Jason and just him as a plug and as a character? Like,
I liked Jason.
You liked him
because he was like. He was all business. Remember, Milan was all business too. But he got them where he was protecting them at the same time, and he was on their behinds.
Yeah, that was fire.
So I liked his character. It had he had more control over them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that one thing I like about the conversation Tommy and Jason had, because Jason was like, I don't want Ghost a part of this. Tommy was like, I done been through this road before. I don't want to do this no more. I'm not killing Ghosts. He made it clear, like, I am not killing Ghosts. I was like, shed thug tears or what have you, because I'm like, that's so sweet. Like, he just know he's not going to kill his brother. But I feel like, and shout out to you, Brillo, he pretty much told Tommy that we gonna go out and drink it tonight. And Tommy just got shit-faced. I thought I was goofy, just Tommy just being all drunk, telling just all this business around the girls. Like, am I being petty, or was this kind of goofy with Tommy being drunk with Jason in a foreign city? Like, Moochie, what do you think?
I thought he was too comfortable, yo. Yeah. I was mad at him drinking as much as he was drinking this night, because I was like, yo, you don't know these chicks. I'm thinking it was a big business opportunity. I'm talking about me watching it the first time. So it really took me off guard.
Yeah, I don't know. Brillo, what do you think? Am I being too hard on the writing?
Yeah. I mean, it's Tommy. It's drugs. It's girls. It's Tommy. It's liquor. It's drugs. It's girls.
Mm-hmm.
You just go.
Good thing it wasn't no redhead deal.
Right, exactly. It's like getting Pookie in the room with with different flavors of hard rock cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Not flavors.
We got the blue cats.
Right, we got girls, liquor. Probably have some coke on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I get it. Tommy, he likes to have fun. He's a wild card, but at the same time, I'm like, we can't be caught lacking. Like, I don't know. I just feel like when you move a certain way in a different city, you just gotta be on your P's and Q's. But I'm gonna just give it to Tommy being, stressed. It's the first time that he hasn't really had to sell drugs, that night. So he probably was, just being laid back. So I'm gonna let it go. And then, of course, they knock Tommy out, put him in the trunk. And they have a pre-made grave out for him. Long story short, Pitar lied and stated that the Milan hit was sanctioned by Jason, but it actually wasn't. But we bring Tatiana to confirm who she believes. And she saves pretty much Tommy's life and confirm that, Pitar is the one that was behind the lie. But how do you feel about like Tatiana and this whole ploy and Was y'all scared for Tommy's life?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I thought it was over for him.
I thought it was too.
Yeah. Hey, Rainy J. But yeah, Tatiana, of course, we see her again in Force, child. I just hate getting PTSD when it comes to Force, but we gonna have good hopes for season 2 of Force.
No, they ain't playing. They ain't playing over there. It's gonna
I got my fingers crossed. You got your thumbs up. I got my fingers.
It's gonna be fire.
Look, I'm crossing my toes too, but they understand.
Hey, they didn't tighten all. They tightened all the way up.
I feel like they did. I definitely feel like they did. But yeah, shout out to Tommy. Him and Jason are cool now. And to Jason's eyes, Tommy's a real one. So we gonna let Tommy in Chicago rest for a second because he get on the road and he goes to take a detour to Cincinnati, Ohio. And he goes to this open house, this random open house situation. We're like, what the hell?
This was a righteous elimination. Bless that man.
That's facts. I'm not mad. But long story short, he goes to see Sam, who ends up being Holly's uncle, who was molesting her. And this man didn't even deny it. He had the nerve to say that she wanted it and I gave it to her. And Tommy was like, she was 9 years old. Like, what? This pissed me off all over again. Like, are you serious, my dude? Like, Tommy beat the hell out of this man. Do you have anything to say about Tommy getting justice for his dead boo?
Hey, bravo to Tommy, man. Good for him. Get him out the street.
Are we going to talk about the last face that he swore was Holly's when he thought he was dying?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
And that probably sparked this.
I think that was the catalyst to this whole thing, y'all.
Yeah. But y'all, I know I be doing too much sometimes, but I had a wild thought, wild theory. Suppose, because we don't know, we never saw Tommy and how he cleaned up the scene or whatever have you. But what if Tommy's end game, which would be low-key petty, how about the end of Force ends with Tommy going to prison for Sam's death?
For this man's death?
Yes.
No, because you know why? How would they prove it?
Because we don't know.
Remember, it was an open house thing that they was doing with this.
Yes.
So it could have been anybody that came in and did that.
True.
But then you got your girl Blanca.
That's what I'm saying. The next person who came in, knock, knock, we're the Cunninghams. Oh my God, we calling police. Maybe Tommy left DNA. He didn't have no gloves on. It was a raid. We can tell this is like a passionate. Maybe they link him to Holly to Tommy. Like it could be we know this is power, so everything ain't got a necessary.
Well, you know what? Don't be surprised if this comes back now. Now that you mentioned it, and then you got nosy behind Blanca. We know we know you bust him in the head with a baseball bat a couple of times.
We can't do that.
Why?
Because
the only reason I wouldn't want it is because
why not?
I wouldn't like it because to me, even though it's kind of fire, it would be good writing. But I personally wouldn't like it. Like I said, I'm gonna trash the writing.
I want to know why, Brillo. Why you wouldn't like it?
Because this is the only elimination that he has that's like that. I feel like was the right thing to do. Like,
yeah, I agree.
It was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't like it, but I'm like, well, wouldn't this be like, what do you call it? I can't think of the word, but wouldn't it be just like a crazy thing? Like he killed 11,000 people that was in the game, but the one person he kills that was right, that was justified, he goes to prison for.
Right. That's kind of like Ghost going down for stabbing that man up.
Or
in
going
the alley.
The person he didn't kill.
The way he like
right.
I didn't say I liked it, but it just weirdly sparked like that would be some crazy-ish.
I would be mad at Power if they got him on something this simple.
That would be fire.
Yo, they got him on something this simple, and then you hear Blanca Rodriguez's voice.
Oh, you worried about it?
You bust him in the head with the baseball bat.
I'm saying they brought Junior out to woodwork
53
because he touched your girlfriend Holly and you choked her out. And you know,
Marcus said somebody would never come. That's the thing. We never saw the cleanup. We don't know. He probably was on the rage. He probably just left thinking it would never connect to him because he'd never been in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? At this point, probably just flew behind back to New York and just left his. We don't know. We know Tommy knows how to clean bodies up and all that, but we don't know his state of mind. He's still probably in his feelings. So I'm just saying,
I can't see Tommy leaving this like this, though.
Me neither.
I can't see Tommy leaving this like this. I feel like he mopped the floor and put everything in that Mustang and got rid of it.
But the body could be gone, but still type of DNA evidence, be no power. They be coming up with ways to indict people without, much information. Or
I believe you. I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. That if they get them on something this simple,
I would be pissed though. I ain't gonna lie.
I would be pissed.
But I just thought about it. Like they could tie something to the original power.
I would be pissed, especially if it was Blanca.
You cannot say. Hey y'all, take a drink every time Moochie says Blanca. We need to do that in the future. Well, let's move on. But yeah, I just had to let y'all know what my brain cells be coming up with sometimes. Okay. So the next thing, guys, we have to talk about. Julio and Dre. Let me just say F Dre forever for this. I'm upset. I am upset. There's a conflict of all types of feelings and emotions.
Wait, hold on, Lord.
Okay, get it together.
Look, I gotta get it together.
We
were supposed to have. You didn't do the list for the repass.
No, that's okay. But we gonna send them off halfway. I ain't get to write the eulogy, but I'm gonna come up with something real quick. Okay.
All right.
If y'all don't know, Julito is like my top 5 favorite power characters. Okay,
I gotta go off.
Stop it, Pretty. Let me get in my Detroit Kings bag.
Oh, here you go.
Stop it, pretty girl. Trap.
Disrespectful. This is my list, Brillo.
This dude. Okay, I'm gonna wait till my turn.
Go ahead, talk though. Go ahead, say what you gotta say. Go ahead.
Julio, this dude got bullied by everybody on the show. He's arguably one of the biggest suckers, ladies. I know you enjoy watching Julio.
I did, especially last episode.
Who didn't book? Like, y'all got to keep it a buck, man. We cannot lie to the public. Dude was a sucker. Everybody bullied him. Only reason the man is still alive is because of Ghost. Even when Ghost went to jail, oh my goodness! When Ghost
minor details.
Look, when Ghost went to jail,
when Ghost went to jail, Julio was holding it down.
Julio wasn't holding nothing down. Nobody listening to.
He was holding the streets down. He held the money down. All of that. Y'all know he did that. He was the person counting the money in the stash.
Moochie, he did nothing but get bullied by Dre.
I don't know how he let him son him. I agree with you on that.
You need to do send people, Brillo. Come on now. He did more than that. He was solid.
He was loyal, but he did nothing. His press factor is 0.
He was the number 2.5.
You gonna leave my man alone? I love Julio.
Am I lying?
There were flaws, and we
Rainy J said, "Leave our Julio alone, Brillo."
Yes,
look. I look.
Okay.
Go to Rainy J comment.
All right, ladies, man, y'all can't keep it real when y'all objectifying.
No, I admit that there are flaws. As
he had flaws.
All the characters have flaws, and he had a major flaw.
Oh, don't preference that. He had major.
All right, tell me the major flaws he had.
He was not manly enough. He had 0 press factor.
I don't know. Last week showed me he was much manly. The way he was eating that pie. I'm sorry. The way he was doing it. Look, I'm sorry. I beg to differ on a woman's point of view.
I'm just saying nobody respected him. We see what happened to him. Nobody respected him at all. Nobody was even listening to him when they had to meet up. Like, remember Tommy had to come save the day? when they had to meet up, and he
I think nobody was listening to him because too many people know his backstory in the crew.
He didn't have respect in the streets, man. He was just around because he was Ghost. You know, he was loyal to Ghost. And to me, talk about no Brillo. Come on, man. I don't care if he is a pretty boy, ladies.
They say, oh, Brillo, that's cold. Like they telling you cold, Brillo. They telling you cold, Papi.
Come on, man. He was a sucker.
They telling you you're wrong, Papi. They telling you you're wrong, Brillo, my man. He not a sucker.
So let's break it down
with the 718 crew.
All right, explain
the
me.
The 718 crew didn't want him.
All right, I've been wrong before. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and tell me.
No, you have valid points.
Why am I wrong?
No, you got valid points though.
Yeah, I would say that he was very flawed, and that caused his demise, in my opinion. But long story short,
I just, you know what? This the part I was mad at when this first confrontation happened.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost and them was out. Ghost was out already. Why you wouldn't go to Ghost?
He didn't even know. That's the thing that annoyed me. It's like, I understand y'all are drug dealers, but ain't nobody got the news on.
Ain't nobody tell you that your man's got out?
No, Julio didn't even know. Tommy didn't even know Ghost was out. Jason had to tell Tommy that Ghost out. I'm like, ain't nobody. Come on, this is not the 80s.
And Brillo, this is where you come in. This is where you blame Tasha for all of this. She didn't tell the crew.
No mass text message.
Yeah, she should have been like, my man is home.
I wouldn't have told his ass either.
God, he's the number 2.5.
He's the number 2.
Yeah, that's a mistake in James St. Patrick.
You know what?
A lot going on.
You know what?
You can't have a man that got zero press factor. Come on, man.
I feel
this dude was getting disrespected by Dre.
Do y'all feel away? I feel like Tommy being in the level he is, I don't feel like you should be able to lead a city and not have no contact with nobody. Like, I just feel like that was kind of reckless. Like, I understand.
Yeah, and then you left your phone?
Like, I get that, but have another phone where people have that other burner number.
Yeah.
Like
how you leave that?
That was crazy to me. Sorry, Brillo. I think I cut you off. You had something.
Yeah, I know I did.
I'm gonna let y'all get y'all off about Julio, but man, come on, man. Look, come on, dog. This is astounding to me. I don't understand why y'all like the character. Well, I get it.
Okay.
It's fair.
So Julio meets up with Big Grim. He's pretty much trying to find Tommy because I'm assuming that previous night, Julio saw Dre and Kanan talking in a little, after hours fake club spot that Dre is so-called running. And so he approached Dre about it. Dre, he admitted to it, but he was like, nah, he was, Kanan was trying to be in the game. He was like, no. And this is part of Julio's flaw. Because Julio told Dre, Tommy told the crew, if they were to see Kanan, it need to be gunfire in abundance. That's Julio's flaw, because low-key, you could have make some calls that night when you saw them, or did a little situation, a little stakeout, and got
just aired them out. Why you say anything? Just
this part right here, I didn't understand the whole confrontation thing. You shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't have let Dre know that you saw Kanan.
Yeah, that was
because it wasn't at Truth when he saw him.
No, that's the thing.
That was at that get low spot he had with all the gambling and stuff. Yeah. So why did you even say anything?
That threw me off.
You should have went and got in touch with Tommy ASAP once you saw that.
Or Ghost. But of course, at this point, once Dre would have said Ghost is out, I'd be like, cool. I would have pinned the rest of my information and went to Ghost, regardless if he's out the game or not. But Dre, now knowing Julio's hand, he started manipulating him like, oh, well, we need some new parameters, whatever. I never heard of that word before, power, but okay. But long story short, he was like, we hiring. We need to go ahead, update our LinkedIn profile and bring in some new people, okay? And so at the end of the day, he set up a situation where he, has Julio, like, possibly hiring a new crew. But Julio was like, I got to talk to Tommy. And of course, Dre manipulates him again. Like, well, Tommy is going to look at you like, dang, you ain't, you're not able to run-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you got to prove to Tommy that you can do this, make decisions without him being there. But of course, Julio took the goddamn Dre, child. Oh, Julio.
Highlight the Marcus comment because Marcus spitting today.
What?
This
He
one.
Said,
yes.
What? Why Julio got to be a clown to Marcus?
Y'all know he was a clown.
You know what?
If that man, if y'all
with
not physically attracted to that man, y'all will be going in on it.
Oh, you saying it's because of his looks?
Yes,
because
it's clear.
Yeah, of course you're gonna give a nigga a pass for something like that.
Would you love Rock as much if she wasn't beautiful?
Exactly.
Of course.
So
not.
You lying. Why you lying?
I said, of course not, but the difference
you be giving her mad passes, yo.
No, I don't. The difference
be like, that's my baby.
She is a gangster. That's the difference, though. So if she was trash, I would definitely say she was trash.
Julio's death
fine too. Tasha just is fine.
Nah, but you ain't giving her no passes. Now we know why though.
Who's just as fine?
Because that's your daughter.
Oh, Tasha. Oh. I missed that part. Sorry.
Look, he said she fine.
Okay, so next scene we see Dre, Cristobal meet with Uriel. Uriel is ahead of the Todos Locos gang, you know. Long story short, Dre finds out about the history that Ghost bought Julio out of the gang and Ghost stopped the game now. I still feel like I'm gonna pin that. I'm still pin that. But they made an agreement to kill Julio. Dre just told Uriel to make sure don't look like a Todos Locos kill. Okay. So they have a little agreement to kill Julio. Julio goes, first of all, why are you even going to a meetup alone, even though you is about to meet Dre, but still where the hell Big Grim out? Where the rest of the, this was too much, okay? But once Julio sees Uriel, he realized Dre set him up, and he's about to get the blicky out, but it was too late. You got to be quicker than that. So it was pretty much 3 against 1. And Julio was holding his own, y'all. Brillo, you talk a lot of ish about Julio, but he was holding his own. The thing that messed him up is what we was kind of debating about when it came. I hate bringing up another show, but bringing up Drew with his lover. Like, sometimes you can't have no speech, no monologue. Like, you know, Julio was like, y'all want some more? And then old dude cut him, you know, on the ankle or whatever. And then
he cut him like with his Achilles.
Yeah, you know, he was sluggish, ruggish bone up in there, you know, slipping and sliding.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got him whacking. And then I feel like this is like top 5 death of Power. Like, how do you agree, Brillo, in terms of like just cutting out the 718 tattoo?
We're not like a G. I'll give it that in depth.
I'm surprised you don't have one of these. This thing up. The way you be liking all the gore and stuff.
Who, me?
Brillo. I never see him like this. He never put up this skill.
He don't respect Julio.
He don't respect this skill.
It was fire. Julio was in that boy. He went out like a G. I can't take that away from him.
Okay.
I wanted him to step up. Like the rewatch, y'all. It's the rewatch. I wasn't even on his head like that till I started rewatching it. Then I started noticing this dude is a sucker.
I was crying when this happened.
You gotta watch it from a lens of, you know, just watch his plays on the screen. I ain't talking about.
No, you gonna have to get. No, we have to talk another behind the scenes about that. I want to know like why you think he's such a sucker. I don't see him as a sucker. I felt like he was outnumbered with this fight.
He'll be dumb. Not for this, but I mean, he's dumb. Like
he wasn't as smart as
he moving right.
Nah, he trusted that Dre was loyal, and that was his demise.
How long you been around? This dude just come around. You don't supposed to. You're the number 2. You're not moving nowhere.
And that pissed me off because it's like Dre. One, you saw. Well, Julio, you saw Dre with somebody. That's still a little sketchy situation y'all haven't cleared up. Old girl, your Bute told you that Cristobal and Dre been hanging out. Like, I just feel like it's too many side eyes when it came to Dre for you to be trusting him. Because immediately after you was questioning about Kanan, you trusted him about a whole nother connect situation. Like, I feel like Julio, the problem is Julio was just a great man, okay? who just wanted to sell drugs. He didn't even want to be in the gang. He just wanted to sell drugs for a nice, great man, quote unquote, James St. Patrick. Okay. But it's okay, Julio. So let me just say a few words. Let me then put on my shades so I won't cry.
Okay.
Julio Antonio Romano. Oh, Lord, I'm going to make this quick, y'all. I know this is several years late, but like I said, when it comes to God, he's always on time. You was a loyal drug dealer. You did everything you was told. Yes, you had your flaws, dear sir, but we all do. And unfortunately, your flaws, it caused your demise. And Dre, what he got what he deserved. Okay, we handled that. All right, Julio. We love you. We respect you, and we forever be Julio gang up in here. Okay. Oh God. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. Like some real thug tears just coming out. I don't know if Moochie want to say anything before we move on, but I just had to say a few words. You're on mute. I don't know if you're on the phone.
I have to say something for my Julio.
Okay, go ahead.
Look, I'm gonna go off the screen. Julio, we love you. You went out like a G. Wait, what happened to Brillo? He left. He was like, F his memorial. I'm leaving. That's how much of Brillo thought he was a sucker when he was like, I ain't even staying for this memorial. Oh, Brillo, I was so mad.
He didn't show up to the funeral.
We trying to send Julio to the upper room.
Yes, Rainy J. Go ahead.
Yes, with his fine self. We done seen him get it in last episode. And now he gone. We done seen him just eat the pie. And now he's gone.
Oh, we saw his last meal, y'all.
We done seen him put his face in a place. And now he's gone. So now, you know the ladies. The ladies is like, oh, Lord, no. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, God. Oh, this is a celebration, you guys. It's a celebration of a great man, Julio Antonio Romano. You will forever be missed. And one of the finest drug dealers in our history. All right, okay.
You know I was like, no, Jesus, no, when this happened, right?
My Cubano brother. Okay. All right, get it together. All right, y'all, let's move on. Because now we got to get into Ghost and his shenanigans with Kanan and Jukebox, okay? Ghost and Tasha have an interesting conversation, Moochie, okay? Ghost is pissed off that she done made a deal with the devil, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, coming from somebody who always making decisions on his own. Okay, that's real cute. But yeah, they beefing about Stern. And she was like, oh, I knew he was lying. I'm like, come on, Tasha. Stop playing. But I want your opinion, Moochie. And like I said, there's still stuff that happened after this. But
I'm going to stay in the pocket.
He was trying to understand why she needed money from Stern, because they had the $1 million that they recouped from Milan. He didn't have to pay bail. So when she kind of like, had a little suspicious look on her face and was drinking. And he was like, well, if there's something you haven't telling me about. And I was curious, like this situation. Well, I think she did use that to pay Terry Silver. Now that I remember.
I think she did this to use this as a get out. She thought she was going to get some. She was planning her exit.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense, because I'm like.
Well, we didn't know it at that time.
Yeah, at the time, because I'm trying to remember what happened back then. But at the same time, it's like you didn't think like this is Ghost. Like I know you the money girl, but the math ain't gonna math when he start like, all right, carry the two. Where the rest of the bread that Tasha, you got money from Stern. You got money from the Milan situation. Like, what's up? Okay, Brillo's back after the funeral. Okay. What's up, Brillo?
Look, you done left the memorial? We can't hear you, Brillo.
My internet acting crazy.
Oh, I thought you intentionally left the memorial because it was Julio's memorial.
He ain't that disrespectful.
Look, I said, Brillo done left the memorial. He done went outside during the service.
He went to smoke.
He went to smoke.
But we talk about your daughter, about how she got money from Stern. Ghost is pressing her about it. But, he's like, the math ain't math, and why we need all this money. And she's like, you'll figure it out, and she, is learning about the whole plan. So Stern wants Ghost to be the CEO of this real estate deal and to pretty much achieve the minority, discounts, if you will, tax breaks for this. Okay. And so she was like, you can figure it out. You a smart man. You go ahead and beat them. I'm like, dang, Tasha, this man got enough things to worry about. I ain't gonna lie. I got it, but at the same time, I was a little frustrated because you should have waited before you started making deals with Stern. Brillo, what do you got to say about this?
Nothing. Just, her being her, like stupid, dumb plays, not gonna work out.
And then Ghost, I ain't gonna lie, this pissed me off. He had the nerve to tell Tasha, I had to write this down. I don't know how to trust you, Tasha. Brillo, now you got a lot of comments. I know you hate Tasha, but ain't that got to be trifling? That's on the trifling.
Why would he trust her? Do you see how she moving? Do you see what she was doing in that car?
Are you serious?
You don't even know about that yet, do he?
He don't know about all of that. He's a narcissist at this point.
We know about it. And why would he? I mean, I wouldn't trust her either. Look how she moving.
Well, how did he got the nerve to say that before? Like, bro, you've been doing way more salacious things than her. You done had a whole affair with Angela Valdez.
Look, and then Tasha need to get over it and admit that she don't like this dude. Stop being fake about it. Come on, why are we pretending? She don't like him. She doing what? Let's just talk about real quick all the stuff she did in the episode. All the things that she did because she really did not. They did this to make it to let us know like she really does not like this dude. Raina is.
Oh, she don't like James.
Right, Raina is gone when he gets out. Raina is gone. Why is she gone? We don't know that. Making dumb deals with Stern, and she know he's coming home. They're not about to. She didn't have to do that. She just did it because she know it would throw a monkey wrench into whatever he had going on. And then this is just she doing things that's vindictive. That's what he's talking about. How can I trust you? You taking money from Stern. He's not talking about his infidelities and her infidelities. He's talking about how she's moving right now. She's thinking she's worried about the cheating and all of that and mad because he's evolving and he's changing. He can't trust her to do what's in his best interest for the family. It's not even personal. It's not about their relationship. Look at what she's doing. We all just said this was a stupid play. So he's saying, how can I trust you? You going behind my back with Stern? Angela is something different, right? He don't know about what she did with Sean. He cheated on her with Angela. That's wrong. But to go behind my back with Stern on some business stuff, like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. He's talking about trust her in that asset. Like, overall, he don't care about what she does with her body.
He wanted that body earlier that day, though. But
yeah, that's how I took it.
Support gave it
her either.
Support gave it. Tasha been loyal until Ghost wanted to become Clark Kent. Ghost was her Superman. James was her type. She wanted the drug dealer, not legit, but exactly.
James was her type.
Terry Silver. And that's what I was mad at her about.
Support. Y'all watch.
She should have been ready to evolve with him.
She went from Clark Kent to Steve Urkel. So she go Urkel or Superman. Come on, dog. She went for Terry Silver, the squarest dude in the power history. Do I give it on that?
It was safe. She knew he was gonna be dealing drugs again. She figured she could get her son out at the same time. And I just didn't understand it because you went all the way around just to go with this square, and you had like this guy that's really trying to make himself legitimate. You could have just been the person that been supportive. I feel like if she would have been supportive, it wouldn't have went downhill the way it did.
I agree, and I think the writer's justification for that change in Tasha's mind before like the whole Terry Silver thing, or she experienced a lot, because when Ghost decided to be a club owner, Tasha wasn't really in the game like that in terms of dealing with a lot of the street ish and just dealing with the stress. But from the time that Ghost revealed his true, his new goals and aspirations to the time she got with Terry Silver, she was going through a lot of BS and realized like, oh, it's hot in the kitchen. I ain't really up for that no more. So that's, I feel like that's the writer's justification of the evolution of Tasha in terms of what she now wanted in a mate. She just wasn't ready for all that stress with Milan and everything. I feel like that's why. Not saying it's right, because I feel like, she was wrong for that.
I give a lot of credit to the Power Universe writers. I think they're phenomenal. This made absolutely no sense. It was ridiculous. It was just it was bad writing.
No, but
I mean, I get it. She grew, and Ghost grew. I guess she grew at a slower rate than Ghost. I get it, but Terry Silver?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I agree.
His lawyer? All the square in New York City, I'm sure you got thousands of squares.
Yeah.
The lawyer, it was more vindictive. I think that was part of it too with her. She hates James St. Patrick. She hates him.
But just looking at it honestly from a wider scope, this happens a lot. Like most girls, including myself, I had the D-boy phase real bad, okay? Real bad. Then you start growing up and realize you being put in certain situations. Like, you know what? I'm maturing. I'm getting older. Like, I ain't really about this D-boy life. Let me find somebody that's, doing a 9-to-5 situation, because I ain't got time to be putting on no money on your books. Nobody knocking down my door. Like, I done had a few situations where I was like, hold up now. I don't need that around me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I think
I don't got time to be going down there to pay this lawyer and stuff while you and then making sure all your stuff is taken care of.
Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this, fellas?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from
I'm trolling.
I know you trolling, but I'm just saying for the writer's perspective, I see that how it happens, but it's still effed up because all James wanted to do is sell the alcohol and make the people dance.
Make the people dance.
They could have made it work. Like,
I feel like she how can I say it?
Honestly, I blame James.
Why you blame James?
Because it comes to a point where certain things got to be more important than yourself. Okay, you love Angela. You love Angela. But you got a whole family, bruh. You rich, you got a whole family. Look what happened to your family because you chasing them behind Angela, bro. Being selfish because that's the love of your life. You didn't sacrifice your daughter because you wasn't keeping your eyes on the prize. You didn't sacrifice your son's innocence. He could have been anything. Now he's stuck in a drug dealing loop.
Look, I don't know what we're gonna do about your grandson.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to blame him for killing, eliminating Ghost, but I hope y'all really watching this and seeing like he was
selfish.
He was the problem. Okay, we get it. Tasha's a bonehead, but dude, you can't make, and even if you're gonna be with Angela, you can't just do it that quickly. Like, you got to keep your eyes on the prize for real, because your son was crying out for help from you. And getting manipulated by Kanan on top of that. Once I found out Kanan was in the picture, I got to sit my son down. I'm telling you everything. You know why?
I agree.
What Kanan told you. I don't know what Kanan told you. So I got to tell you everything now, because that's Kanan. And you know who Kanan is. That made no sense.
So, Brillo, let me ask you this question. Since you know your grandson so good, right? Do you think if his father would have sat down and told him the real deal?
Yes. Before you even finish your question. Yes. If he would have leveled with Tariq and explained to him who he was and explained to him how I could get you out these charges, where I'm trying to go from where I came from, Tariq is smart. He would have respected that, because all he kept saying was, y'all liars, y'all liars, y'all liars. He was only getting half the truth from Kanan.
Yeah, he was getting half truths.
So,
and even Tommy lied to him.
Yeah.
But just to make his where he don't see how bad his father really was.
So like Tariq would have went to a camp. He would have went to a military camp, got out and went to college, graduated, and not have to be in a drug dealing crime loop that we in right now. If this man would have just been a
sure he wouldn't have been saying, "Teach me the motherfucker game."
No, you teach him the game.
But it sounds good. But at the end of the day, I feel like a small part of Tariq would have still been curious. Just how like we saying like Tasha, Ghost told you he just wanted to chill out and not sell drugs anymore. It didn't take to Tasha having to really to go through stress and ish to realize, oh, the game ain't really what it's cracked up to be. So I feel like probably inevitably Tariq would have went down the same route, because just the truth wouldn't been enough. He still would have had curiosity.
I get that, but I feel like he would have had a better shot. And it might, if anything, it would have saved James St. Patrick's life.
Yeah, I agree.
So Tariq would have been better suited to become, you know, if he got, he would have been in a better position.
Yeah, there were a lot of mistakes. And if any of you guys need to go, I understand we're going a little over, but we just got one, of course, major storyline that we're working with right now.
Look, I'm having fun with y'all. I'm good.
Okay, so Ghost, he's over there trying to find Tommy, because of course Tommy is nowhere to be found. Okay, because his burner with Big Grim. So this scene was hella funny. He get pressed by Kanan. The way he looked at Kanan was kind of similar how Effie was looking at Lauren, like, what the hell is going on? So he realized, of course, that Kanan is alive, of course, and he was like, we got Tariq. So yeah, we pressing, okay? So we need some bread to save your poor son, okay? And this was quite funny. He was kind of abusing Ghost a little bit. It was kind of cute, low key. So they taking the trip, okay? And they get to a little stop sign or stoplight, and Ghost peeps the police vehicle. And Kanan was like, don't you try nothing. I know you all too well. I'm like, yeah, Ghost probably would try to do some blinking lights or start speeding or run the red light or something to get the cops' attention. But that was kind of cute how Kanan really be knowing Ghost mentality. Like, I don't know. Like, it was quite funny. But long story short, he was like, what you want? And Kanan was like, money. He was like, I just got out the pen. Like, I don't have no bread. And Kanan told him, like, not having no money ain't never stopped you from getting money before. And so he's like, all right, I think I know a place, but it's going to be hard. He was like, well, the game, that's what it is. The game is hard. I was like, all right, Kanan. So do y'all have anything to say about, this whole reveal of Kanan being alive?
It was fire.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I liked how he was sunning him.
He
was sunning him like a true queens do.
He mashed Ghostface into that steering wheel. He was waiting to hurt this man. So this was fire. And then he realized that the place that Ghost had in mind was Tommy's stash spot. He was like, oh, you about to steal from your friend. How am I not surprised?
But you coming to me at the last minute. What you expect?
Exactly. We can't go no bait. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And then you gonna steal from your friend?
We can't have no morals right now, Kanan. For real. Oh, God. Some more games that Ghost was a smart and a player. He could have found a way to keep both Andrew and Tasha by his side, by marrying both. Could have had see, you doing a lot.
See, you talking about him having a secret life and whatnot. Get out of here, boy gaming.
We are not living a poly lifestyle up in here, okay? That wouldn't have worked out. It's too many personalities. No. Long story short, Ghost go to the stash house and he sees Big Grim. Pretty much was lying, was like, I just spoke to Tommy. He was like, no, I know that's a lie. Tommy out of town. He put Grim in a little sleeper situation. I'm like, dang, Big Grim, he was low-key just a gentle giant. Yeah, he got through him. Second dude, him and Kanan kind of played him off, knocked him out. And then Marcus, aka Mamadou from We Own the City, he over there counting the money with his headphones on. He plays Marcus in this show. But he was like, I don't want no problems. You can tell Ghost ain't want to do this. He, tapped old dude on the shoulder with the gun. He was like, you know what this is. And so Marcus, I don't know what his mentality was, but he was acting like he was being, submissive to the situation. But he was pretty much trying to get his blicky out his back. And so Kanan killed him. But I'm like, if you was able to possibly shoot at one, there's still another person with a gun. Like, I don't understand how much sense that would have made. Like, did that make sense, Moochie?
I didn't like that he took out Tommy's man like that.
No, right?
I was kind of mad at Kanan for that. Like, you ain't even have to take it there, yo.
But honestly,
and this is why when you seen this part, this is why you see why they had to put him on ice.
Yeah,
because but it's irrational behavior.
I feel like Ghost, yes, but I feel like it shouldn't have went down like that. But my man almost was about to have his gun out. So really, Kanan was in the right because he was trying to, get his gun to shoot one of them, but it was just dangerous. It was just so Kanan was inevitably like protecting them, but Ghost was trying to make this as clean as possible. But they end up getting killed. They get all of Tommy's money, and it is a lot. So on the way to where Tariq is, Ghost is trying to convince Kanan, like, bro, we ain't got to go through all this. Tell Juke that she can do whatever she want with me. Just try to save my son. Like, we ain't got to go through all this. And so when they get out, he was like, I don't know who in here. If you want trying to save your son, take this blicky, okay? And we go in there together and try to save him. And I was like, oh, that's so cute.
I like the fact that he did that.
Me too. I love that because it was funny because immediately, because the gun he gave Ghost in the stash house ain't had no bullets. But this one had bullets, and he was like, I knew you was going to do that because Ghost turned the gun right back at him. It's funny because Kanan knew Ghost like the back of his hand. Like, he low-key raised him. Like, he was kind of playing like the uncle role with him. But they pretty much
restarting his router now.
Oh, okay. I figure it was me. That's okay,
all right, Billo, we good?
Yeah.
Just come on back.
You don't got to stress out. If you tired and want to lay it down, I understand. We about to be done. But yeah, so Kanan gives him an out. And so they have this whole little plan. It was so heartbreaking when Ghost laid eyes on Tariq and Tariq was kidnapped. Like, Tariq went through a lot of ish.
This is when Tariq really looked like his father. Everybody's saying all this stuff about Tasha might have messed around and Raina and the twins might be Kanan. Nah, he looked like Ghost there. Like, right there, that's Ghost's son.
That's Ghost's daddy. That's Ghost. That's her baby daddy. But, they're playing it off as if, Ghost is still, being held hostage. And of course, Jubak gotta be so goddamn dramatic. I'm like, girl, you is evil.
She was just talking too much.
Yes, she was pretty much, I don't know what it is. It was confession hour or something in her head because she pretty much told Kanan to reveal all this information to Tariq. She was like, tell him who you really are because Slim ain't your real name. Pretty much tell him about Sean. Tell him why you was hanging out with him. Like, Juke.
I think if she didn't do this, everything probably would have went through. But since you made him reveal himself, it was just pissing Kanan off slowly.
Yeah.
It was pissing him off slowly. And I hope that when we see Raising Kanan, that it explains all of that.
I'm really hoping because watching this again, I'm like, I really need more context.
Yes. It makes me feel like, I want them to bring the young Ghost and Tommy in so we can see why she has so much resentment towards him.
Yeah. And then it's funny with this episode, we find out, her love for singing and how good she was. And it's like, dang, when we start getting more details, she dies. And I'm like, God damn, we was just getting there. Even though I feel like she kind of had to, because I feel like she would have stopped at no end to get revenge on Ghost, regardless of how Kanan felt. I'm just like, dang, there was still more that we could have got from her. Or do you think like we could have went a few more episodes with Jukebox Moochie. What do you think?
I wish we would have, because I wish we would have got to know more of her.
Yeah.
This was too short. I think we might have had her for maybe 3 to 4 episodes. Because remember, she bought, he came to her.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for the whole rewatch thing. I only come for certain episodes. So, like, where you be like, I'm doing this episode, I'll be like, I gotta be here.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they would have if we would have got more of we got her for a couple episodes, but I wish we would have had her longer so we could know more of her. But now we're getting a younger version of her, so I want to see how she transitions.
Yeah, it was like another great character where I feel like
I
don't think it was a missed opportunity like a Mecca or something, but I feel like
I was just gonna
so good. Yeah.
Pretty Girl, do you feel like this was a missed opportunity in developing this character as an adult even more?
Jukebox?
Yes.
Yeah. Like in the original Power, like we should have did
more. In original Power, do you feel like we should have had her longer so her character could have developed more? So that way we would have had a more of an understanding when we went to Raising Kanan.
Yeah, because at this point, Raising Kanan wasn't even a thought. So at this point, it's like, we hated her because of what she was trying to do. But I feel like she was so good and she had this mystique about her. I feel like we could have went more, she had to die eventually because she's an op. But I just feel like maybe should have been in more episodes previously and just trinkle more here and there and got to this point. But I feel like we just left so much on the table with grown Jukebox. But
I feel like that too. I feel like we should have seen her from the Pink Sneaker episode. I feel like she should have been behind that shit.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like when we saw the Pink Sneaker episode, we should have seen her. We should have seen her and her determination to get back at Ghost. Because that's where, we remember, he was doing all of this behind bars.
Yeah.
I just wish she would have been thought of sooner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think that part of it too, I don't quote me, but I feel like she had another obligation or something. Mm-hmm. Because how actors, they get other roles and they can't come back or return. I feel like that was part of the issue, but maybe I'm thinking about somebody else, but I feel like that was kind of the case with her. Anika Noni Rose, shout out to her.
She's a thing with this.
Yeah, she especially.
I remember. I remember when the night that this happened, and you know how Twitter be lighting up. I was like, I had to write. I wrote a long message to her because it was like she did this role, but you wanted to see more.
Exactly,
and that's when a character does that.
Especially
when you like, Dad, she done left already. I wanted to see more.
Yeah, especially with the range, because at that point I seen her in Dreamgirls.
Mm-hmm.
I've she played in The Princess and the Pop Frog, but I haven't seen it. But just knowing that the range,
she played in Color Girls. She had a range, yo.
Yes,
she has range.
So definitely,
and she slept on too.
Facts. So we love some Jukebox, but she had to go. So long story short, was she over there talking ish and threatening to blow Tariq head off and telling, Ghost how, good he think he is now with a suit. Kanan caught her lacking and shot her and killed her. And of course, Ghost and Tariq embrace. And, he was like, Dad. I'm like, that was probably one of the last times he called it Ghost Dad. But it was a lot. And, Kanan went, took that money. And when he killed her, he was like, pretty much insinuated, like, well, not insinuated, but he said, FB talk too much.
He was like, "What?" He was mad that he had to do it because she talked too much. Yeah. He was like, "I don't know why you kept freaking talking."
Yeah, because she said her little things throughout the episode, like she was like, "Don't F this up." So he was like, "What you mean, don't F this up?" So I feel like there's things we're probably going to see in Raising Kanan that kind of shows her not trusting Kanan's intellect. Also,
we already seeing it.
Yeah.
We already seeing it.
Yeah. But I think it's
she's the only one that could call him out on stuff.
Facts. Yeah.
DeMarcus, he got a good comment. He says, go ahead.
Okay, it said Onika Rose was doing another thing called Quad. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that show, Quad on BET. At the time, Jukebox was supposed to take out Raina and Ray Ray. Okay, I feel like it was something she was doing. I did watch.
Could you imagine if Jukebox took out Raina?
That would have been intense.
Tasha would have came for her though.
Ooh, that would have been a nice little
Tasha would have came for. If Jukebox would have took out Raina and they knew this, like Tariq saying, like it was Jukebox, like something like that, Mama would have got it. After, look, Mama Bear would have got her.
Because Tariq wasn't going to DC, okay? And I don't think he can't catch her slipping like he caught Raina.
DC is her town. You don't go to nobody's town to start some ruckus. No.
You're taking that bus or train ride.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Barbara
Nika was playing the quad. What's the quad? I never even heard of it.
I don't remember everything, but it's pretty much a college. It was like a BT movie or show. I watched it because I'm in a sorority and I love stuff like that. Well, it was something to do with either sorority life or college life or something like that. But it was kind of like a low budget BET situation. I feel like it was a show. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. But it was one of those shows.
I loved her on this.
Yeah,
she did her thing on this.
Brillo, we good.
Still not working. Oh, Brillo.
Read what?
We got you though. We holding it down, bro.
Don't worry about it. We about to be out of here soon. So yes, go save his son, and Kanan helped. And then Kanan grabbed that bag and was like, "See you around, little nigga." But I'm like, dang, like just the psychology of what's going on in Tariq's head at this point. Like this dude you've been kicking it with, then he's a whole lie.
Yeah, but this is the part right here. You got reality pushed in your face. How you still turn on your father?
That's what's a little frustrating for me because it's like, I think I thought about this. I was like, when Kanan told Tariq, I wanted to get back at your father, I think that's probably one of the lines that stuck out because
he wanted to get back at his dad.
Exactly. Okay. And he felt like Ghost is the bad guy in Tariq's story. So it was Kanan's like another victim in this whole web, of situation. But I think that was a line that stuck up because I'm like, dang, Tariq, you still went out and started rocking with this dude again.
Word.
That really hits me off.
I was so mad at Tariq when he was doing all of this. Matter of fact, you want to hear something crazy?
That's true. Really.
This is how I first started doing YouTube.
Really?
Because Lamont and them used to have a call-in show, and then that's how I got brought in.
Wow. Okay.
Because I could not stand Tariq. I wanted Tariq to get his behind whipped.
I hated this boy. It's like the writers really did their thing because now we rooting for this same Negro.
Yo, and I'm rooting for him too, and I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how. They really played us.
But you know what? No, I'm not going to say it now. I'll leave it alone. I'll say it behind the scenes, though.
Okay, because I'm like, girl, what?
Nah, I can't because then this will just open Pandora's box if I say what I say.
Oh,
I'm going to leave it alone.
Got it. But yes, this was all a lot. So now Juke is dead.
Damn, Brillo, come on, get your ish working.
We about to be out of here.
I want to hear his opinion. You know how I live. Brillo's my guy.
Maybe if you're on next week, if you're able to come, next week, Brillo, because it's pretty much going to pick up from this. So we'll get your, opinion about your grandson and what had happened in this episode. Oh yes, DeMarcus with Jukebox pistol whip to.
He deserved it though.
Oh my God. He was like, I gotta go. Like he's a low-key being the good son at that point. He was like, my mom, I told her I would not disappear again. Like I gotta go, because he lied and told his mom that he was at his homeboy house. She went and like, I was like,
you know why he fell into the trap, right?
Who?
Tariq.
What you mean why he fell into the trap?
Because he thought he was gonna see Destiny.
Destiny's with his queen to be.
He thought he was gonna have some stink finger and play with Destiny, but things went sideways. And Jukebox knocked him out.
I liked it, but she
was
that
behind the bed with the scissor. Okay.
Support Gaming, you said the reason why people root for Tariq in book 2 is because he's written to be like Ghost in the original show. He's written as a Brad different. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you thank you very much.
Thank you, Support Gaming. Yeah, definitely.
Support Gaming 2023. Thank you very much.
Oh yes, but this was a great episode. Juke is gone. Tommy had his little bout with Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And this young fella.
Oh. You know I'm clutching my pearls. I'm clutching
my pearl earring.
I'm clutching my pearls. Look, you clutching an earring. Look. Julio.
So we gonna have some oxtail.
Let me do the cross.
Cause he Cuban, y'all.
We gonna have some empanadas,
some oxtail. We gonna have some rice
and some roast pork.
Yes, they love the pork. Okay.
They love the roast pork.
They love the pork.
I went to Cuba before. Yo, that food is good there, y'all.
Where?
I went to Cuba.
Oh, really?
I'm half Cuban, but you know.
No, yeah, my godmother is Cuban, and like you know how when New York is, you always have like a family.
They teach my father Spanish.
Child. But yeah,
but
I have
anyway, Julio. Hey, Rainy J.
Hey, Rainy J. Yeah, shout out to Julio. Put the hearts in the flowers. Julio, he was a
this was one of the deaths where I was really messed up.
I was pissed off.
I was like, oh no. I was clutching my pearls. I was saying no, Jesus, no. You know all the whole things I do.
Dre, F you forever. Okay.
You know, this is where I was like, yo, he gotta die.
This is the point. I'm like, you know what? You doing too much.
Exactly.
Like
this is the point where I started hating Dre.
Yeah.
Where I was like, yo, he gotta go. This dude gotta go.
Yeah. It's this part, and then when he kills the priest, I was like, oh, you definitely on your way there. That was the second one.
We didn't get to that.
I know, right? I'm sorry, y'all.
Lord Jesus, no. You got that Cuban blood. I hear that.
She got her.
I just wish that I would have learned Spanish.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like the universe, we gotta redo when Spanish courses in high school. I took you 2 years, and I really literally just know colors, numbers, and basic-ish. Okay.
Now I know certain stuff. I can't have a conversation, but I can know if somebody talking about me.
Yeah, I can
girl. Yeah, you're talking about me.
I can understand it more than I can say it, because we know in New York you kind of have to be able to pick up cues.
There you go. Well, you be like, look, I know you talking about me. Yeah. I had a Panamanian homegirl, and she looked like people ain't know she was like she knew Spanish.
Yeah.
And people be like, she'd be like, and talking it back, and I'll be like, all right.
That's why I need to learn Vietnamese, because they be in a nail shop talking cash-ish, and I just need to know what they saying. Somebody on TikTok had a little Google Translator. I was like, I'm gonna need to do that, because I need to know what y'all be talking about.
Nah, they do. Look, they be telling people they feet stink and stuff like that to each other. For real, they be like, you know how they be. But they be having a mask on and all of that stuff. Yeah, they be telling you like this person feet stink. No, I'm serious. Come on.
I know.
But to be so serious, funny. Pretty girl. Look, they be telling, this she come in every week, her feet stink.
And I was about to say,
this person complain a lot and she don't like the tip.
Yeah,
they do. They be like, look.
Girl, it's your time of the month. Why your legs not closed? That's why they start putting that little towel over your heavy wear skirt.
You got a boyfriend?
That's what they say. You work today. You got boyfriend.
Work today. You got boyfriend. No, you should get this because you get this, you get more boyfriend.
But shout out to Julio.
Yeah.
You ever be missed? Another, church announcement.
Oh, I love this little picture, y'all. Is this Brillo and you?
Yes, it's our
I'm so proud of y'all.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so proud of y'all. Do y'all thing. I'm wishing y'all the best. When I come with my stuff, I want y'all to support me because it's coming, y'all.
Yes.
It's coming, and trust and believe.
We all a family up in here.
Look, I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all.
Please, y'all, come through tomorrow, 8:05. A little quick preview.
Come through for the preview, y'all.
Podcast featuring Brillo and I. It's going to premiere in June. But we just give y'all just a little smidgen, a little something.
Give us a taste. We look, they want a taste. Look, give them a taste.
Little grocery store stamp, sample, like a little beef jerky, whatever you get, a little piece of wine. They haven't done that in probably because of COVID, but you know how they be doing. But yeah, please come tomorrow in the trap. We are open. And yes, y'all, thank you for coming through and discussing one of the most fire, probably the most fire, like episodes of the original Power, I believe. Okay. But yes, make sure you like this video, subscribe, share, do all the things for your girl. Okay. Thank you, Moochie, for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Because it was fun. We'd be over here really just get real heated up in here.
I wasn't over here for a while, but this episode and last week's episode, so I know I want to be with for the next week's episode.
Oh yes, I was about to watch it, but I was like, no, because
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it after this though, so I can see what happened. Because I'm curious now, because all be a blur until you start rewatching. It's like, okay, I didn't want to spoil, because sometimes when I go ahead, I'll start blurring the details. And I was like, oh,
that's why I was trying to stay in the pocket.
Yeah, so
I'll be trying not to. I don't want to do no spoilers.
Yeah, I'll be doing that sometimes. I assume a lot of y'all be watching. I know maybe some people ain't really don't.
Right. If y'all like this, if y'all like the rewatch of Power, please come through on Tuesday nights when we do The Wire on Miss K's channel.
Yes.
We do that on Tuesdays. That's all I gotta say.
Right. Yeah. And they covering, was that season 4 or 5 with the new kids?
We're actually on season 4. We just started it. So we are here on we do the rewatch of The Wire on Tuesdays at 10 p.m.
Yes. I peeped some of it yesterday. Just Michael and
yes, this is the year. Look, this is where all the youngins come, y'all. So y'all need to come through and represent. Pretty Girl was there last night. Tamika was there. We was, come on through and have fun Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. The Wire rewatch.
Yes, Miss K's channel.
Thank you for letting me plug in, Miss K.
No, you fine, because honestly, The Wire is one of those shows, just how like kind of Snowfall and Sensible Wire, I feel like it's a little higher up. It's just open your eyes to a lot of different perspectives with the point of view of the drug dealer, the police, they bring in the media, the school system, like a lot of things I never thought of. Now I think of because of The Wire, just really shining a light on certain topics, with funding and school and media, law enforcement. So please, The Wire is definitely a top tier show. I really want to redo and rewatch Sopranos, but
that was my thing. I was, you know what I was supposed to be doing.
Now I remember saying that you was,
I'm waiting for her, Miss K, to finish her thing to do my Sopranos.
And then
that's all right.
Top Boy is coming back in September, so I'm covering that.
No, we gotta cover that now from the beginning. Remember, we did like a little whole overall thing with it.
Yeah, please start watching Top Boy. It's so fire. But of course, I'm reviewing my original recap of book 2 Sunday morning at 11. Of course, next Wednesday we'll be here covering episode 7 of season 4. And Moochie, you got anything else coming up?
Look, me and Miss Tamika's den, we are doing class of 09. Keep your notifications on. That's the show that we're reviewing next. We don't know what's happening now with this writer's strike, but that's our project that's going on next. So keep your notifications on. We will be doing reviews starting sometime next week.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Jay said a lot of creators do Sopranos. Really? Okay, I'm not aware of that.
A lot of I know a lot of creators do the Sopranos.
Well, I guess I don't follow the ones who's doing it.
I've been following them, but that's why I was kind of trying to be easy with it. Yeah. Well, we want to do the rewatch, but we trying to. What I want to do, I'm trying to see if I get a following where they're doing it every week, then I'll do it. But I would try just doing major episodes. I feel like when you do the finale of this season that you're doing now, Pretty Girl, I think it needs to be a big deal. Because this is the season where they're going to really go after, I don't want to give no spoilers.
Yeah.
But I feel like this season going into the next season, we got to do the finale. We got to make the big thing out of the finale of this season.
Invite more people. So Tamika Dan, anybody, other creators, or
Tamika gonna come.
We can go, have a little power party. Okay.
All right.
But I'll let y'all know. That'll be, of course, in a few weeks as we're about to be doing episode 7. But thank y'all so much for coming through for this extended review, because me and Moochie always be having a good time, and Brillo came through, of course. So we love the chatter. If you're watching replay, please give me a comment so we can
hashtag replay.
Yes, thank you.
Hashtag. Look, my girl is trying to get to 1,000, y'all.
Talk to
Hook a sister up. Tell a friend.
Yes, please, and thank you.
Come on, y'all taking too long for her to get to 1,000.
No, I'm working hard.
She's been putting in the work. She's been putting putting out that material. Holla at your girl,
please.
Hit the share button.
In the middle of the
night, be like, look, let me tell you about my girl, pretty girl.
Tell her, Moochie.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Thank you. Even your enemy.
Look, I'm going on mute. Go.
Your church people. I know they watch Power. Your teammate, your classmate. Come on, stop playing your co-worker.
And let's not forget about the 11, the AM lives on Sunday morning when y'all be all hungover and want to watch Power and be eating your breakfast. She's your girl. Y'all look, holla at your girl. I say this on my channel. Look, I'll be telling y'all how my girl is. So look, holla at your girl on Sunday morning. She coming Sunday morning with episode 9 review. Holla at your girl. It's Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. Come on. Give the girl some subscribers.
Thank you. Have this stamp and receive their approval. Boochella's reviews.
Look, I'm trying to put everybody up in that algorithm.
Please, because we love the algorithm.
Look, and Tamika said, absolutely.
Thank you, y'all.
All right, we going to leave it there now. I'm talking too much.
We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for coming through. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8:05. All right. Please subscribe.